3 times 250, 500 rounds of 20mm in 2 bang sticks instead of 4. So I'm in the jabo configuration. 5-second delay. $250, $250, $250. Going to attack some landing barges, I would say. That's the first thing. Would be a tough runway to take off from. A lot of players on here. 2 BF110s in formation. A lot of players on here now. It must be close to capacity. I think this is the most popular server at this particular minute in time. Sort of. About what? 50 or 60 players on here. That's pretty good though. Three 110s in a formation there. One of them catching up to the other two. That's pretty impressive. You have less players than the enemy. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfecto. inbound or outbound? That's an inbound. Oh, could be a bogey. Could be a bogey. Could be a bogey. Our landing barge is destroyed. Freak man, we're already losing. Alright, they've destroyed our landing barges. Now I'll hit theirs. I have a feeling that was a bogey that went past directly towards the 110s. I can't really investigate. I'm carrying a heavy load here. What's that? It might have been one of ours outbound from the... What could this be? Looks like a 190. Yeah, it is. Lucky for him. Landing barges on a river. There's the river, there's one of the barges on smoke. On smoke, smoking. Two barges smoking. I'm going to try and retain some altitude here. Am I going to skip bomb? I don't know. Skip bombing on such a shallow, narrow river might not be a good idea. Where is the next ship to attack? It's not in draw distance yet. Are they actually sinking or what? Should I attack them? That one's not really sinking yet. It's going to shoot at me too. Damn it! That one's... There's a huge bloody... Full power, man, full power. Straight ahead, there's something huge. Oh, there's something there, but it's sunken. Alright, this one. Hey! Horrido! Ha 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 ha. Destroyed a bunch of stuff there. That finished them off. Is there any more? I don't know, senor. Nah. Nah, that one over there is still smoking. Let's get it. Skipped way past it, that's right. Number 3, I'll just drop it straight on it like this. Stuka style. I don't know where any other boats are. Full power here. Go, 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 go. That's it. Those 110s are shooting at something that's already sunken. Hey, that got him. Direct hit. I think it was a direct hit. Yeah! Woohoo! Thanks to me. Alright, let's go. Because that one's already sunken, you see. What's that? 110. What's that? That's a fighter. Watch out for him. What could he be? Spitfire. Yes. That was some teamwork. Ha 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 ha. What's that? It's probably a 109, but let's have a closer look. Yeah. Tanks and vehicles. I've still got plenty of cannon left. Let's go there. Beautiful scenery. This Western European, this is the Bodenplatte map. Really picturesque scenery. Got a plane up there. Who knows what that is? I have pretty good camouflage for this terrain, don't I? It pretty well matches very nicely, as you would expect. Tanks and vehicles. Vehicles. Let's go about 5 degrees. Stay low until I get there. There's one plane over there. I want to climb, but I have to stay low to avoid detection. Could be plenty of enemies in the area defending this spot, especially since we just destroyed their barges. What was that? Am I... What? Excuse me for swearing, but what shot at me? Must have been the trucks. I guess so. I just flew straight over them, so they got my elevator. The buggers. Where are the trucks? How did someone at 2,000 meters know that I'm in an A8? Unless they're looking at someone else. Okay, that's got to be the trucks there, right? Alright, I remember this area. I've been here once before. Where are the trucks? Where are the trucks? Oh shit! Oh, Nelly! What are you doing at 2,000 meters, man? Attack! Attack! What do you... Attack! You've got freaking 2,000 meters to come in with speed and bloody attack that flak, you bastard! Get in here and attack the flak. I hate it when people just hover above a site and don't attack. expert typing on my part there. Look at that frickin' flak. Plane's wrecked. That's better. Plane is so wrecked. I'm just going to use up a bit more ammo on one pass, then I'm going to go. Armoured car, not bad. Ooh. Is that a half track? Oh shit! Goes my lovely plane. It was really hard to steer that one. The elevator was busted because I flew over the site for some reason. I don't know why I did that. I was distracted by something. There's trucks, there's tents, there's haystacks. There's a couple of light tanks there. There's 3 tanks and plenty of armoured recon vehicles. Who's going to hit those tanks? It'd have to be with a bomb. I'll keep going back in the same kind of plane. It seems pretty bloody effective, doesn't it? 2 vehicles, 6 weapons, 1 marine. This is what I'm flying here. FW190F-8 in the F8 config. 3 250 kilogram bombs. You only get 2 cannons. I don't know if you get any. You don't get any MGs up here actually. You just get these 2 cannons with 500 rounds. How much fuel have I got? I might just reduce that a tad down to about 280. It's really just to get out to the target and back again. I'm not going to loiter, so I don't need much fuel. Just from here out to there and then back again. If that gets destroyed before I get there though, then I might head down this way. So guys, I recently acquired 2 egg-laying hens, and I don't know, approximately maybe 7 days, 8 days ago. Has it been 10 days? I'm not sure. But anyways, these 2 egg-laying hens, every single day that I've had them, they've given me 2 eggs. 2 hens, every single day, 2 eggs. Why don't you have egg-laying hens, huh? Plane has cow flaps. I have not even opened them, damn it. I'll keep them at 25%. Long flight out there, 3 grid squares approximately. Carrying these bombs too, quite slow. 1, 2, 3, approximately 3. How are we going? Who's winning? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's even. I think it's even. Plane seems so slow ways that the distance is long. I'm doing 450 though. That's alright. So when I get there, I'm going to finish off the 2 tanks, light tanks that are close together in the north. There's a road that runs through the town. In the north there's 2 tanks, and in the south of the road there's 1 tank. They're light tanks. So 3 bombs, 3 tanks. Hopefully I can finish off all the tanks, and then use the cannon to finish off the rest of the trucks and recon, lightly armoured recon vehicles. So guys, I have some, probably some, it's not, how can I break this news to you? Long story short, quite possibly even as soon as 3 weeks from now, I might stop making content for the channel, at least flight sim content like you're familiar with. So, I'm extremely busy in my real life activity, and it's getting harder and harder to justify coming back to. Also, this doesn't make me very much money. I'm fully shadow banned on YouTube. If you're not fully shadow banned on YouTube, you're doing it wrong. But it's such great fun to do this, but you know, there's not the economic incentive to do it like there used to be. But that's just one small factor. The bigger factor is I'm just so damn busy right now. Really busy. So this is where the barges were. I'm fixing to move house, guys. I'm fixing to move house, and moving house can be a nightmare, can't it? So say goodbye to regular content for a long time. At least video game content. I can still whip out the phone and make a video, but it won't be video game content. So there. And will I be coming back with more video game content? Don't know. I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. But I do not know. Is it? Where is it? Damn it, where is it? There it is, there it is. Alright, I got those two tanks inside. There's actually 4 tanks. Or is that an armoured recon vehicle? There's 5 tanks. There's so many freaking tanks down there, man. Shit. Someone on my tail. Get the tank, get the tank. Shit. Let's hope they got the tank. Perhaps a little bit distracted there. Not really. I'm not used to flying the jabo with bombs. Usually I just use cannon. We'll go again. We'll have success. I didn't get any victories, but I probably weakened that tank significantly, and it might cook off in 5 minutes. It might be finished. Freaking airfield conditions were changed. I freaking hate that. Rockets, interesting. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Bloody hell, guys. Looking at how things are going to be for me in the medium-term future, I don't think I'm going to have any time to do any flight sim related stuff at all. Like 6 to 8 months, nothing. I just won't. It's just, I don't think I'm going to be able to do any more streaming or any more cinematic videos or anything. Like I said, who knows what the future holds, but that's how it's looking at the moment. Am I forgetting? The cow's good, the flaps are up, the gear's up. I just got to remember to pull out in time, carrying those 3 heavy bombs. Pull out of the dive in time, carrying that extra weight. The more weight you carry, the harder it is to pull out. You'll need more distance. You've got to pull out earlier. What really pisses me off, man, is I haven't even finished playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and as corny and crappy as the storyline is, I do want to finish the game. You know, I paid $80 for that game. The scenery's fantastic. I do want to immerse myself back in that environment. I hope that I get the chance to. If I get seen by a yak, I can't really dogfight it carrying these 3 bombs, so I better not get seen by a yak, and I better not crash into the ground again. Easier said than done. Like I said, guys, I got 2 chickens, chooks as we call them here in Australia, or chookies. I got 2 chookies, 2 chooky chooks, 2 chooks. And they're a smash hit. They're a smash hit. They're a scream. They're very pleasant, actually. I really enjoy my chickens. They're not just they're not just farm animals. They're pets. It's very interesting from an what do you call it? An anthropological point of view. That's the wrong word. Anthropology is the study of human culture, but you know what I mean? Like the study of chicken culture, if I can call it that. Chickens, they are perfect for what they are. They're not smart, as we all know, compared to a human, but I mean, they can't even fly properly, right? But so how can something so feeble survive for so long? It's because they're perfect for what they are. they're just perfect for what they are. They can pull food out of the ground just like that. They get in there and they scratch around, and straight away they're pulling food up. And chickens are great. You would be surprised, they're not really scared of the neighbour's cat, but they're extremely wary of other birds. They're always looking up at the sky. Instinctively, they're looking for birds of prey. Chickens are actually very smart. They prefer forested areas so that they can hide from the birds of prey. They're loath to go out in the open unless I'm around. If I'm around, they'll come out. If they're by themselves, they won't go out in the open because they know instinctively that that's when they could potentially get picked off by a bird of prey, such as an eagle. Not dumb, chickens, they're not dumb. Almost crashed out there. I destroyed a fuel truck. After this I attacked with cannon. That's 3, isn't it? Alright, that would have had an impact. Destroyed a Ziz truck. I can hear another engine. It's a bit worrying. Spitfire. carrying 3 hard points for the bombs. That slows me down and it makes the plane heavier. I've got 2 cannons only instead of 4, and they jumped me, one of them at first. I probably would have got him, but then the second one joined and it was a bit tough. Alright, 3 vehicles. The target still stands though. Must go again, I guess. Yeah, remember this configuration of the FW190 right here. It has hard points. It carries 3 heavy bombs, 250 kilograms each. It has the machine guns removed. Normally you have machine guns up here, up the top there. You don't have them on this model. They're missing. 2 machine guns missing. The ammo for 2 machine guns missing. Normally you have 4 cannons, 2 in each wing. This one only has 2 cannons, 1 in each wing. So what guns have you got? You got 2 cannon. What else? That's it. 2 cannon, that's it. No machine gun and just 2 cannon, not 4. And you've got those hard points. Again, they catch in the airflow and they cause drag and they slow you down, but also they're heavy. You know, they're structural components of the aircraft, so they slow you down in that way as well because they've got mass. It's no problem, but if you're going to tango with 2 Yaks or 2 Spitfires, you've got to take it into consideration that you're not in a fighter config, you're in a jabo config, which I think means ground attack. Because that's what it is. Jabo is a ground attacker. And that's okay. It's better to go in a ground attack configuration and be a little bit less competitive as a fighter, but have the ability to attack the stuff on the ground and potentially win the map. I would actually potentially go out here without the bombs, except that there's tanks there. How are you going to destroy tanks without bombs? You need bombs. So there's a lot that goes into it. You've got to really know what you're trying to do and know what things can help you to do that thing that you're trying to do. Tanks, you need armor-piercing heavy calibers like 37mm, or then that's usually just for a light tank or a medium tank. Enemy ships destroyed. Or you need bombs. Again, going to try and stay low so I don't get intercepted. Quite hard to concentrate and fly on in this terrain at this time of night. So guys, it's winter time here, and I've been continuing with my garden. I've stopped so much the exterior garden. I've been doing some experiments in the exterior garden to see what grows and what doesn't in this temperature range. And I'm pleased that I took a whole bunch of seedlings that I was attempting to keep alive, even though they trailed out of the end of the previous season. So it was getting progressively colder and colder. Like lettuce and basil. And the basil doesn't survive in winter, as I've discovered. But anyways, I got the remnants of the basil and I got the lettuce and I planted them outdoors. And they didn't last so well in the cold weather. But one thing that I also had was I had a rocket. You know what rocket is? I think its name otherwise is arugula. So anyways, here it's called rocket. You put it in salad, it's quite nice, it's very nice. In my experience, in my opinion, rocket is almost as good as lettuce as an addition to salad. My mouth's watering just thinking about it. So anyways, I have a rocket and I planted it in the garden in winter, Australian winter mind you, and it's actually growing. It's growing nicely. So there you go. I've discovered that rocket grows in winter in my region. And that's what gardening for food is all about. If you like science, you'll like gardening for food because it's all about science. It's all about the, what do you call it? The observation method, like observing something and drawing conclusions from it. That's exactly what it is. It's basically raw science. Food gardening is raw science. I'm not talking about the bullshit raw science like the experts agree, blah, blah, blah. The science is in. Science agrees. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, can I grow rocket outdoors in winter? Yes, no. Let's find out. Turns out you can. Oh, shit. Alright, we're here. I'm too low, damn it. I just dropped for whatever reason. Hit that house. Alright, that was a little bit closer. Also been growing potato. Three, wasn't it? That looks like a direct hit on something. Hardly any ammo left. Now back to the trucks. Ha ha ha. Engine's overheated a bit. So this plane has superior grunt, superior muscle compared to the Yak, so that's all I had. I couldn't outturn him, so I flew away, and I'm slower than him too, possibly with the hard points and the jabo config. So I just flew away, used the energy that I had, and he lost sight of me, so the rest is history. Hey, a tank just went up. I destroyed an armoured car, and someone destroyed a T-34, which I'm sure I contributed to. Oh, hey, and there's another one. Another one just went up. That was the armoured car. There's a truck. I'm out of ammo. Boom, boom. Shitloads of trucks there. A few tents as well. Let's go, let's go. Full power, full everything. No ammo. What can I do? Gotta be like facts. Oh. Shit. Well, what about that, eh? What's left? Obviously there's a few tanks there. There's a few recon vehicles, but in particular there's trucks and tents. And the trucks and tents are dispersed around the village. Very hard to spot unless you're really looking into the village around every building. There's haystacks there. You've got to look around all the haystacks. There's all manner of stuff down there. You've got to identify where the trucks are. Sometimes the trucks are parked behind a building. There's like a building with a kind of a half track or something parked right up next to it. If you're not careful, you just completely miss it. If you're not looking for it, you'll miss it. Bad, eh? So I unleashed my bombs, I did a bit of strafing, I defeated a yak, went back and did some more strafing, destroyed some more stuff, and a few of those things cooked off, and so I helped someone else's kill, which is fine, in ground attack, with armour. And then I outran that plane that was, I think it was shooting at me. I think it was an LA-5, and I managed to give it the slip. Hello, there's something on my left there. What could that be? It's heading in the same direction as me. Literally returning to base as well. So yeah guys, as I was saying, potato, it's winter here, but I have not given up on potato. And I'm experimenting with growing potato in different climatic conditions. Can you grow potato outdoors in winter? It doesn't work so well for me. The plant exists, but it doesn't seem to progress at all. It makes no progress. It doesn't get bigger, it doesn't thrive. Enemy factory destroyed. But growing them indoors where they get access to the sunlight so they can heat up a bit during the day is having some pretty good results, I think. The plants certainly grow, and so will they produce potatoes? I'll find out in a few weeks, I think. If you have eggs from chickens and if you have potato that you grow yourself, suddenly you have food. Suddenly you have food. FW190 like this is so maneuverable. The speed, 150 kilometers an hour, and you can just really maneuver so nicely. So although it's a high speed aircraft, at this ultra low speed where the wing's really stalled out like that, a lot of the wing is stalled, you can still maneuver. You've got your ailerons and everything. Successful landing. Don't see that too often. One plane, 4 vehicles, transport 3, that's trucks, light armoured, that's a recon vehicle. No T-34s. It's getting a bit monotonous flying out there all the time. How are we looking? We've destroyed, they've got 2 left and we have 3 left, I'd say. That means we're slightly winning. It's not much of an advantage though. It's not a decisive advantage. There's two types of chicken. Can you remember what the two types of chicken are? So we've discussed one of them. It's laying hens. They lay eggs. That's one type of chicken. Can you remember what the other one is? You can get it at KFC. It's called a meat bird. So there's two types of chickens. There's laying hens. They give you eggs, and there's meat birds. Meat birds are for eating. If you have meat birds and if you have potato, then you can have roast chicken and potato. And think about how good that'd be. At full power it goes up to 1.4 ATA. You normally do combat cruise at 1.3. Your continuous cruise is 1.15. But so at full power 1.4. But if you put on full power and you put on boost, you can go up to a whopping approximately 1.5 or 1.52, and that's pretty good, man. 1.5 plus ATA is pretty good. Should be heading about 45 degrees. Some planes. I got to stay switched on going through here, but it's quite a long journey. Hey, this camo's really good. It really hides the plane well. Did I turn off the outside lights? Yes. But yeah, only 2 cannons on this one, not 4 cannons and 2 MG131s, just 2 cannons. So it's a big bloody difference. If I did that yak again, I wouldn't be doing it like I did it. I'd stay quite far back from him and just blast him until he got wrecked in one go. 2 planes over there. 3 planes over there. I'm going to say we're going to win, because you never want to count your chickens until they've hatched, but we're probably going to win. Request you 15 of you guys watching to smash that thumbs up button and check out my merch. Get yourself a t-shirt with a warbird on it, $20 plus postage, usually worldwide shipping on Amazon and Teespring. Froggy Frog 9000 on Amazon. Literally Amazon in USA, type in Froggy Frog 9000. And I'd like to, I hope that you'd see search results coming up for my work, for my merch, which I designed myself. That'd be an interesting experiment. If you're in the USA and if you type in Froggy Frog 9000, you should, if Amazon's indexed my stuff, you should see my t-shirts and sweaters and so on right there. Alright, let's do this. We got 3 bombs. There's a plane up there doing nothing. Looks like a 109. There it is, there's the target. We're going to have to go quite high to avoid skip bombing. You can't really skip bomb a tank. Crashed out again. Hit anything? Man, don't tell me that wasn't worth it. Crazy, crazy. Sorry guys, that was terrible. Go again, I guess. Can't assume anything. The enemy could still win. There's quite a few ads on my website now too, and I think you'll find them actually quite useful in terms of survival gear and things that are related to food, water and shelter, the basics of survival. So when you check out my website, froggyfrog9000.com, there's a whole bunch of interesting stuff there, and there's starting to appear, there's ads there, here and there, for Amazon. With interesting consumer products, so check that out. Yes, I am actually talking up the advertising on my website because it's specific. I've chosen it myself. It's not something that just randomly comes up or whatever. It's something I've specifically chosen in every case. We're talking like water filters, canvas tents, that kind of thing. It's all well and good if you already know about that stuff, but a lot of people have never even really contemplated the difference between a canvas tent and a nylon tent. Do you know the difference? So there you go. You can check it out on my website. Or the various different types of water purifiers, the ones that you have on the go that you can just pump some water and get it through a few charcoal filter stages, or the ones that are desktop, benchtop plug-in electrical in your kitchen that will literally distill water and filter just about not everything, but just about every single thing out of the water. So it's about as close to H2O as you can get. Those are pretty compelling benchtop units for the kitchen. It's all on my website, so have a look. So guys, generally speaking, particularly in the Western world right now, there's a lot our airfield destroyed. Two, they have two. It's anyone's game so far. There's a lot going on out there, isn't there? You shouldn't be watching TV, but if you watch some kind of news or whatever, you'll see there's so much crazy shit going on out there right now. Whether it's strange weather events, tornadoes in the Czech Republic, flooding, severe flooding across the world in sometimes really dry regions like I think, I don't know, Arizona or somewhere, flooding in Germany, flooding in China, flooding in other parts of the world, bushfires in Turkey and Greece. A lot of strange weather going on right now. Earthquakes in Alaska. Right now, just every kind of strange weather that you can imagine is happening. And that's just the weather. Usually the weather is the most mundane topic. Right now it's effed up. So that should not be lost on you, these kind of things. Or we might have, the other guys are going to destroy their target though, and then it's going to be a draw. If they destroy one of our targets, it's a draw. You'll notice so that's the weather. Another aspect of things is that people are getting progressively weaker and weaker in different criteria. Firstly, in terms of economics. I'm not just talking about the macro situation with the big picture with the economy, but if people's personal bank accounts are draining, they're getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And that's going to continue until people have $0 in the bank. There's also other crazy stuff going on. There's inflation, so that your dollar doesn't go as far. There's shortages, so that if you've got dollars, you can't necessarily get the thing that you want. All sorts of crazy stuff going on. This should not be lost on you. You should take note of this kind of stuff. It's not normal. People are struggling and people are under pressure. People are under a lot of chronic stress the last year and a half. Not me, but a lot of people out there are under chronic stress. A lot of people are doing it tough. A lot of people don't know what's hit them and they're doing it real tough. A lot of bogeys in the area. Hopefully I get to the target. A lot of businesses failing. A lot of businesses that were profitable are failing or have failed. Or they're not even allowed to open their doors. So-called not allowed. I think that's actually colour of law. I think they are actually allowed. But I think they're so intimidated and so confused that they just go along with it and they shut their doors and they go bankrupt. All these cafes, all these gyms, everything going bankrupt. There's the concept of essential and non-essential, which is complete psychopathic craziness. Everybody is essential, of course. Alright, I've released 2 bombs. The yak there. I think I'm done. Man. The other guys should have shot that one down. The vehicles are still there. Transport. A building and an assist, so no tanks. Weaker and weaker. Bank accounts getting weaker. Say a rising tide lifts all ships. Well, this is the opposite of a rising tide. This is a sinking tide. And everybody across the Western world and the greater world in general, their economic situation is sinking. It's sinking, not a crash, but it's sinking. And when does it stop sinking? We won. Hey, we won. Awesome. When does it stop sinking? It stops sinking when it gets to 0 or close to 0. It stops sinking when you're in a panic. The economic situation stops sinking when you're in a panic. When you're absolutely panicking, you're on your knees begging, probably begging your government to help you. You'll be willing to kiss their boots. Please help me. Please help me. My business is bankrupt. I have no money in the bank account. I had to sell my whatever. So that's on the way. So take note of that. It doesn't have to negatively affect you if you take some kind of steps now to sidestep it, to avoid it. Think chickens, think potatoes. Guys, that's the end of the stream. I'm actually going to do a Red Dead stream now, probably just one chapter, but that's what's going to happen now. Cheers.